Today's video is brought to you by the consequences of our actions. The action was buying this disaster on the lift behind me, and the consequence is going to be fixing all of the sheet metal. I'm going to bring you guys underneath and show you how bad this truck actually is. Ugh. Another ugh. The trailing arms are rotted. The frame is rotted. Farmer Fran did the squint and stick over here with a piece of angle iron over a hole in the frame. There's holes up there. Every inch of this truck is rotted. And today we're going to fix that.
Will not.
Just kidding. So we have picked up a new shock cross member. We have new coil spring cups. We have some 1/8" steel plate. And we actually have some new trailing arms as well. Now currently, this truck is lower than my standards. And we have some drop blocks in the back with some drop springs as well. We're going to try and retain all of that because I think the truck looks pretty cool as low as it is. So we're going to see what we could save. But I think Steve and I are going to get started just basically tearing this thing apart. We want to get the rear out from underneath the truck, get the front of the frame supported so we can start doing some surgery back here. So I'm going to put you guys down and we're going to get to work. So we're going to start with tear down first, and to give ourselves a little bit of a fighting chance, try and save some of this hardware, kind of just spraying everything that we're going to try and salvage down with PB Blaster. I have no idea if this is going to help or not, but if it doesn't, then at least we have an oil slick on the ground that Steve and I can potentially break our necks on. You guys ever buy something that you're really excited about getting, and then as soon as you get it home, you take a good look in the mirror? I do. We're already up to the portion of the video where I slip with the ratchet and punch myself in the face.
Slip on a ratchet? Oh boy.
I mean, you know what this means, right? Everything else is going to go horribly wrong.
All right, you know what? You're the good look guy. Why don't you do everything?
Call it quits for the day?
Yeah.
There are holes everywhere underneath this thing. We should call this truck Stanley Yelnats. Somehow, those two came off without too much of a fight. No such luck with the U-bolts, so we're going to end up cutting those and replace them, which I don't think is the end of the world because it does hold the rear end into the truck, so it'd probably be good if they were in nice shape.
Good.
Another hole. Hey, what was the name of that band that Courtney Love was the singer of in the 90s? Hole?
Yeah.
All right, so trailing arms are out. Only thing we're going to be keeping off of here are the lowering blocks, the lowering springs, and then we'll probably end up saving the shock plates as well because I don't know if the new trailing arm came with them. All right, we're pretty sure we have everything disconnected, but I guess we'll find out when Steve finds the one thing that's still connected. The vent tube for the diff is still attached to this shock cross member. After that, though, everything should be disconnected. All right, with the rear out of there, now we have a little bit of room to work. Now you can also see that it's actually worse than it was before. It always seems worse before it gets better. But I mentioned before, this shock cross member is getting replaced completely. So I don't know if we're going to tear that out first or if we're going to leave that in to maybe keep the frame rigid and patch the sides first. I'm not really sure what the plan of attack here is, but at least the rest of the stuff's out of the way. And now we can, I guess, really get to work. I don't know. That was a decent amount of work, but now the fun stuff starts. All right, we have our first cut made. So that's the first patch that we're going to put in. Believe it or not, as rotted as that cross brace was, it still held on for dear life, and it actually took a fair amount of cutting. But it's out now. We have good metal on either side. We're going to use a piece of cardboard, trace it out, cut it out of the new metal, and then we'll start working on welding it in. First patch of many going in. Steve's got it tacked on one side. He's using the C-clamp to kind of like bend it or bring it into place. I just looked at the arc as soon as he started it, so now I can't see anything. While he's doing that, I'm going to get started on making the patch for the other side. So we'll get both bottoms of the frame rails done, and then we'll move on to the sides. All right, so Steve got the lower patch fit in our frame, and he actually cut out the window on the side, which is the next piece that we're going to patch. And would you look at that? There it is right there. So this is the piece that we're patching now. Now, obviously, you can see there's a little bit of weight reduction right there, but look how flimsy this piece is.
You break it off right before you make a patch.
I already traced it.
Using my noggin here.
It's born at night. It wasn't born last night. All right, so if you remember, that was the side where I don't know if there was a patch necessarily done, but the driver's side, there was definitely a patch done. That right there is the kind of work that makes you want to avoid eye contact. But we're going to fix all of them. So 25 minutes later, and I don't know, half a dozen cut-off wheels. I just realized my face is absolutely filthy. This is what we cut out. So Steve had mentioned the other day that, and I think he's right, that I think they might have used a leaf spring and just cut a piece of that and shoved it in there and welded it. It was 3 or 4 layers thick in some spots, but that's all cut out, but it's getting there. It actually looks a lot better. All right, we have our other patch welded in. I ground down all the edges. I think it looks pretty good, better than the leaf spring at least that was jammed in there. So now we have both sides. Now we're going to take our shot cross member, the new one that we bought, and we're going to locate that in here. We'll get that tightened up. We got to drill some holes in the bottom for the anchor points as well as the spring cup on the bottom of this rail. Once we have that out of the way, I think we're going to move back a little bit further on the frame. And we can pull this cross member out. We don't want to pull this one out while we don't have anything here. So we'll get this bolted in, hopefully trued up, and then we can work our way backwards on the frame and get on to our next patch. All right, so the cross member is bolted in. Because we replaced the lower part of the rail, I'm going to mark underneath. We're going to drill 2 holes so it'll get basically sandwiched on the bottom as well. And then I think we can cross this portion of the frame off of our list. So it is a couple of days later. We ended off last time with bolting our new cross member in. We got our 2 patch panels. Now we got to start working our way back. So this cross member is actually going to end up getting knocked out. There's a patch that needs to be done underneath. And our bracket for our stabilizer bar might also need to be patched. So Steve and I are going to start knocking out the rivets for that. We'll get this out of the way. See if this and the stabilizer bar are actually salvageable. We got some help today. And then I think we have one more small patch to do in the back and might be able to close out this frame. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so we got the next cross member out, and look at the cool stuff we found in the frame. So underneath here is our stabilizer or track bar bracket, and it looks like there's like a piece that gets sandwiched in between that bracket and the frame. We're going to have to remake all of that because it's completely rotted out. This side needs a small patch as well, so we're going to cut all this stuff out and start making new metal to go in there. All right, so we knocked out that other patch. That's all welded in, ground down, primed. We have one more to do. So this is the piece that Steve made. So this was our stabilizer bar bracket that was underneath that frame patch that we just made. And there was actually like a sandwich plate in there as well. So Steve made a new one of those. The bracket, it's got a little bit of surface rust on it, but it's still solid. So now this will get sandwiched in between the frame and the stabilizer bar bracket. we know that we have a solid rail there now because of what we welded in. So this should work out pretty well. And I think that's our last patch to do on that side. So while Steve's working on that, I'm gonna grab the needle gun, a couple wire wheels, start cleaning this frame down so we can get a fresh coat of paint on it. All right, so I have the one side of the frame kind of cleaned up, needle scaled. Now, well, I already started working on the rear diff. So you can see there's some pretty heavy scaling rust all along the backing plate, saddle mounts on here for the U-bolts. Now this side I already did with that bristle brush and the needle scaler, and it came out pretty good. Still have to kind of wipe everything down, blow it off, but the heavy scaling rust is off. So I'm going to continue on. We're going to do this side and then throw a fresh coat of paint on this thing before we slam it back in the truck. All right, I have this knocked down pretty much as far as I'm going to go. Aside from completely disassembling this or sandblasting it, I think I got it as clean as I possibly can. So we're going to hit it with some fresh black paint. We still obviously have to do new brake lines and bushings and whatnot, but big improvement over what we had. So pretty big improvement. Got the backing plates, axle tubes, cover. Pretty sure I covered everything. Worst case, we get hit it with another coat a little bit later on. But for now, I'm pretty happy that got cleaned up really well. All the heavy stuff is knocked off, degreased. This is now the nicest part of the truck. So we have our last cross member in place, and we're about to assemble it with the new plate that we made for the stabilizer or the track bar. And we'll bolt this in place. I think we might be ready for some more paint on the rest of this frame.
Now, with everything not lining up, this should go directly in. This is like one of those things where it's like, oh, show me a job that shouldn't take two people to
We
do.
did that the most backwards way, too. All right, you hold it from the side that you can't see. I'll hold it from the side that I can't see, and I'm going to try and put the nut on that's right in front of your eyes, but I'll do it with my
Everyone
hands.
be blind at the same time.
Last cross member is in. All right, stabilizer bar bracket is back in. Now Steve's hitting this thing with some fresh paint. So guys, that's going to do it for this one. As you can see, we have a frame. All right, we cut a lot of junk out of this thing. I'm pretty proud of the work we did. I think it came out really good. Like I said, it's now the nicest part of the truck. We still have that rear cross member that we have to kind of flatten out that flange. We took a look underneath here. We believe that everything on the frame from the cab forward is in pretty good shape. So hopefully the only thing that that's going to need is to get knocked down, wired wheeled, painted to match the rest. There's plenty of more metal work to do on this truck, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you're a fan of this truck, please consider subscribing to the channel. Like I said, Steve and I are taking this all the way. This is just the beginning. This truck's getting fully restored, and you guys will get to see it here. So thank you again for watching. We'll see you very soon.